This is so weird. Greetings, all of you turtle badasses, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Now, what's on the agenda today, you might be asking? Sit down, because we're going to be doing... Ah, damn it, dropped my phone. Hold on, let me just grab this thing back up. Okay, we are checking out the comments from the last game. One of the people said, go to the escape sign instead of going to the microcontrol facility, and going downstairs instead of upstairs to the boss's office. So, let's do that.
One eternity later. A few moments later.
This is the story of a man named
Skip
Stanley.
this. We've already seen it. If you want to see it, you can go back to the last video. I'll put in an information card, maybe above. See if that works. Okay. Right. Shake it all up. Let's go. There is another thing when I was re-watching the video behind me.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Last video
What
that
could it mean?
when I
Stanley
rewatched
decided
it,
to go to the meeting room.
or
Perhaps
even
he
I
had
was
simply
editing
missed
it,
a
turn
memo.
this thing off. I don't know what the
No matter
computers
how
do, but
hard
we're
Stanley
going to
looked,
find out soon
he
enough.
couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What we're going to be doing. Well, no, when I looked at the last video, I saw that the troll route, the first route that we took, it wasn't really trollish enough. I know. I'm just as betrayed as what you are. It wasn't the actual troll route. Okay,
When
so
Stanley came to a set of two
I gotta
open
think of this
doors,
now.
he entered the door on
Microcontrol
his
facility. Where was that? Was on my left? Yes. Okay. So just because it's the first option that comes up, we're going to be going downstairs instead of upstairs.
left. Yet
but
there was
not
not a single
before
person here either.
we do this.
Feeling
Not
a
before
wave
we
of
go
disbelief,
into
Stanley
broom
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping... Stanley stepped into the broom
Yes.
closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Sure I did. Okay. So let us go downstairs
Coming to a
first.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Did I though? Nope. Okay. That door's closed. Okay. See what happens when we go downstairs. Is there anything else here? Nope. Okay. So this is it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Cars parked.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something
Well.
occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Wait.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why
Don't-
did doors
don't do
close
this to me.
automatically behind him
I asked that
wherever
in the
he
last
went?
video too.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Oh god.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer. An
Stuart, I'm not
explanation.
trusting you.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons.
cool. I thought that wasn't
I may
gonna
as
close.
well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float
Okay.
above the ground.
Woo. Ooh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and
What is
Stanley
this?
marveled that he had still not woken up.
Definitely
How was he
LSD.
remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Oh,
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
anyone else not
I'm
liking this
dreaming about a
at all?
voice describing me thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
I don't
And
like
while he
it.
thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How
Well,
could
then,
it be?
How do you
Was
explain the
Stanley
rest?
simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
But then,
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could
Well-
just... He would prove it. He
Guys.
would prove that he was in control. that
Stuart's
this
freaking
was
out
a
again.
dream. So he closed his eyes gently
no,
and
no,
he
I
invited
refuse.
himself to wake up.
No.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Well,
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Stuart's bugging out again, guys. And also, oh god.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Stuart's broken.
This is the story of
That was
a
the
woman
end.
named Mariella.
Oh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oof.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Sure you
I
are.
know what is real
That's what I thought
and
too.
what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled.
Why
for
doesn't
that
she
day.
have a shadow?
The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Like, I'm not crazy. She
had
doesn't
no
have a
time
shadow.
for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And
That's
then
the
she
real
turned
question.
and ran.
Unless Mariella wasn't real. And that's why she doesn't have a shadow. Guys, the plot thickens. Okay, so that's the one ending. Thanks for killing me. Although, let's be honest, I've done that like 3 times by myself already. Right, the next suggestion was if I take the escape route instead of the mind control facility. So, shake things up, let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Look at the
Stanley
consoles.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What? I'm not crazy. That was always going to the right. What? Am I crazy? God, no wait. I could have sworn. Am I going crazy? Is that what the game wants me to think? Like, I'm not wrong. I don't. You guys scroll back and you tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, and then I'll believe you guys more than I'll believe this damn game. But still, okay. Okay, so I can't leave the game. I actually have to say awaiting input each and every single time. Okay. Well then there's gonna be one video of me just doing that, or one path of me just doing that. Also, isn't that door supposed to close on its own? 407. Is there anything I can do with these doors? Okay. Alright, let's go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It was the mind control facility was on the right there. And then we have a different path to go after this. So stay in tune for that one. But in the meantime, let's
Yet
go
there was not a single
straight
person here either.
to
Feeling a wave
the
of
luscious,
disbelief,
the
Stanley
luxurious
decided to go up to his boss's
closet room.
office, hoping
Yes.
he might find an
100%.
Oh no, oh no, not again. I won't be
Honestly,
part of this.
I
I'm
just-
not going
I
to
just love
encourage
your
you. I'm not
reaction.
going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I will, asshole. I don't know what. I just enjoy his reaction. Stuart's been a bit
Coming
of an
to a
ass lately,
staircase,
because I'm guessing
Stanley
there's no
walked
other way of getting
upstairs
out
to
of
his
it.
boss's
There.
office.
Is this open? No. Executive bathroom's closed. Okay. Is that on? Is anything? Nope. Cool. Let's go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not
Anything?
have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk
Aha.
guarded the
Damn it.
terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Can you
And
just give
so
me the
the
code?
boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Damn it, dyslexia
But of
again.
course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly,
Nice.
by simply pushing random buttons on the
Is
keypad,
there anything I can
Stanley
do
happened to
here?
input the correct code by sheer luck.
What does it say on the
Amazing.
side there?
He stepped into the newly
Can't
opened
even read that.
passageway.
Okay. Also, another path that... Can I fall down here? No. Another path that I should take is this doorway through here. I don't know. It's too dark now, so I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to follow these suggestions. And of course, as always, if you guys want me to follow a different route that you know of or that you want to see what happens with, put down in the comments below, because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Is like say maybe 2
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt
suggested
a bit peculiar.
routes.
It was
and
a
then
stirring
one of
of
my own.
emotion in his chest,
So
as though
that's
he
gonna be
felt more
more or
free
less
to
what the
think
videos
for
are like now.
himself, to
Maybe we
question
can even
the
go
nature
4
of his
rounds. Who
job.
knows?
Why did he feel
Because
this
right now we're
now,
just flying
when for
through
years
most of the
it
stuff.
had never occurred to him?
Also,
This question would not go
this
unanswered
side
for
also
long.
open. On this side, can I press this button again? I don't know. Why do I get jump scared by that every single freaking time? I'm just too on edge. Wait, what? Yeah, mind control facility thing. Okay.
Stanley walked straight
Cool.
ahead through the large door
Ha.
that read Mind
Nope.
Control Facility.
Okay. Well, whatever happens in this.
Although this passageway
This is on
had
you.
the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks for suggesting my death for the second time.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
You're not wrong. Does this
At
end?
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Walk forward. Ha. Troll. JK, I can't actually see what I want to see what's going on. It's just a red light. Okay, can I... Okay, I don't have to fall down here. I can still mess around just a little bit. I wish I could jump in the game. Alright. Cool. We jumped. Again. Although, it's loading. Ooh, I'm not liking this.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley
Oh,
was
gosh.
inched closer and closer to his demise,
the
it
fuck?
reflected
What?
that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see
Is that
the
seriously?
picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his
company
death
has
was
this
as
underneath
great
the
loss,
base?
like
What
plucking
is
the
this?
eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly
does this thing
accepted this
exist?
violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Well, there's nothing we can do now, is there?
Farewell, Stanley.
Well, why does this exist? Okay.
Farewell, Stanley,
Who
cried
the
the
f-
narrator,
who are
as
you?
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
Ugh.
killing him instantly.
Squeamish. Although, well, what? Huh? Okay. Stanley Parable. What's down this way? Anything I can do over here with the boxes? Nope. Okay. Well, don't think we died.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his
No.
office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
If I'm honest with you guys, this is just a low-key bit too much. And also, what are we gonna name? Is she even gonna like pop up again? What the hell? Going through the door.
When every path
Jesus,
you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Okay.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
The hell is this? Corridor. The facing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in good time. Where do we start? Okay, so this is where the two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction in this room posed. Is there going to be any hints about the game? Here's a wee start. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office. Okay. Stanley's computer. Okay. Nature paintings. Is there anything I can do in this room? The office. Are you meaning to tell me that these doors were never really alive? Oh my god. That these doors were never really real. Oh wait. Button sound. Huh. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard strokes and synthesized tones. Okay. Office computers. Is there anything I can do? I can turn that one off. That one off. And the solitaire. I never saw a solitaire one. Did you guys see solitaire? Okay, credits. There's more to this thing. Damn, this is the museum. It's the Museum of Stanley. The office. Maintenance room. Wait. What do you mean maintenance room? Where was this room? And is that the same elevator? What? These are screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD remix. More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators. More Stanley, less Stanley. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was that clock there before? Oh, you're telling me that clocks move around and stuff? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can I check? Can you check? That's exactly what I said. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to lose. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. This is bullshit. Words, larger. Okay. I can also go in here. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. So that's what it was supposed to look like. Oh, that's Halo. That's Tron. Tron and Halo just mixed up together. Why is there a bicycle in it? I don't know. I give up. What does it say down here? Green lights. In September we submitted the Stanley Parable to green lights files. Okay. So that's just more about the game. From Quackster. Subject question. Will the game feature what? Capillaries. Okay. Well, the thing I want to know is, what would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms? Okay. Narrator's emails. Wait, is this like a Truman Show kind of thing? Where people watch Stanley just continuously go around? The lounge. An early version of the lounge. Guys, we spent a good long time in the lounge last episode, and it was much better than that. I know my lounge. The office, okay. Wait, what? The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. The apartment ending. Okay, I can't answer that phone. Maybe now. No? Okay, can't answer the phone. Okay. Meeting room. Okay. One option. Staircase. Maintenance. We could go into maintenance. Oh, that's the maintenance room. Okay. Lounge. Maintenance room will take you back to the staircase. Option 2. Maintenance. The other entrance would be hidden depending on how you entered. The other entrance would be hidden. Okay. And then this, geez, okay, that one just doesn't have it. To confusion ending. What? The vent. Into the lounge. From the maintenance. The staircase. How did we go back from the staircase? Maintenance layouts. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Okay. How do I leave this? Where are we going? How do we get out of here? Escape. Begin the game again. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Now, let's do this route. So I saw something in the last time I watched my playthrough, the previous video.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit.
So,
was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Why are you saying things like that? What's the time, actually? Okay. I don't know if that has any significance, but you see, look, wait a minute. You see, look, it did go to the right. I'm not an idiot. That did go to the right. It's still freaking me out. Okay. Right. So this ending We're gonna see if we can get a
When
nice
Stanley
ending here.
came to a set of 2 open doors,
Huh.
he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Troll again.
This was not the
Yes,
correct
we're
way
going
to the
troll
meeting
route.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
We'll
Perhaps
see,
he
though.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
Also-
to admire it.
What happens? I want to try in the maintenance room
Yes,
now.
truly a room worth admiring.
Okay, yeah,
It had
we've
really been,
seen
but
everything
eager to
here.
get back to business, Stanley
just
took the
look
first open door on
at
his
the
left.
maintenance room. I don't know what the maintenance room looks like. Okay, we'll go through there the next episode. I
Stanley
think.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Yes, very much so. Okay,
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm
So
not
what's
your
up
enemy,
there?
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone
Let's
else
see
can be
if-
difficult, but the fact
Yeet.
is... What? Really?
okay, cool.
I was in the middle of something.
Right,
Do you have
so
zero
this is
consideration for
this is
others?
the troll.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
We're just
I
gonna
don't know
troll
how
this
to
thing.
convince you of this, but I really do want to help you. To show you
Bullshit,
something beautiful.
Stuart.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Honestly,
chance.
don't trust you.
Now
Stuart.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the
We
red
must
door.
also go through the red door, though. Okay, so we're gonna go blue.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yes, through the red door. Of course, 100%.
I still don't think
Right.
we're communicating
Now,
properly. Stanley
is what
walked through
we
the
didn't
red
see
door.
The last time. This is what I didn't see. You gotta troll a little bit more, because if you look behind you, there's a blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Well, what, so you can just like kill me and set me over again? Don't think so, Stuart. You bastard. Okay, actually, I'm actually scared.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed
So
to be
you
here
did
in the
it.
first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Okay,
Do you
well
not
now I'm
think I
just
put a
feeling
lot of
bad
time
again.
into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Right, so as you can see, that one looks a little bit more. Seriously, like you're just gonna do that part of the roof? Ceiling lights. Okay, well you just copied it. Okay. We can either go that one, or we can go that one. Cast your votes now. I won't be able to see them, but I'm gonna suggest that I'm gonna assume that it's this one. Narrator's not talking. Stuart, you still there?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
of
give you
course.
dead
A
average.
3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here,
Principal.
based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Well, wait. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Scotland. Good old Neil is offline. What is this? Did you know that? Script entry sequence. Only the worst 3% of Chose the only 3% of this.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
What do you say, guys? It's terrible making decisions.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
let's
Let
do
me
it.
boot it up.
Oh god, this is getting. I don't like it when it does this.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make
Wow.
sure it's effective? Be sure
Okay.
to keep notes on your experience.
You got this, little buddy. I believe in you. Oh god. You were a mistake. We never wanted you.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done.
One more time.
It's
no, wait, one
over.
more time. It's
Thank
fine.
you for
I'm sorry.
playing.
No, wait. Hold
Your
on.
input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
What are we doing?
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
This is so weird. Yes, Minecraft, guys.
Well, Stanley,
Greetings,
is
all
this
you
any
total
better?
badasses.
At last, the one
Strictly
thing you've
Supreme,
always
welcome back to
desired.
Minecraft.
A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me
No,
that,
because I
Stanley.
can't get out. I
Will
can't
it
jump.
ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Where? Oh. Narrator, is that you? Oh, you're trying to
This
block
will
me.
go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off...
Yay.
Yes.
I knew it.
It's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work
it
of
is
art and feel
beautiful.
ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've
Yeah,
only
I-
gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Thank you. I can't, you bastard. I can't. You're not letting me in your house, are you? Oh, there we go. I can
Isn't
get
it
in.
grand?
Yes, it is
Isn't
very
it
grand.
perfect?
It's
It could only
perfect.
be better if... Wait, that's
No,
it.
wait.
We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond
You can do that.
everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Okay, let's do it. I'm already happy about this. I don't know about you, but this is something. Oh no, I can't get back up. Never mind, I've dropped. It's fine. Let's see if we can take 4 damage in this version. Yeet!
Oh my,
Nope.
it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. Damn it, go and get some torches. Can't jump. Stuart, you got this one? Have you got this one? Okay, it's fine. We're just gonna jump down here.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't
Oh.
do at all. 1 out of
Well,
5.
it's working for me, so
Even
shush.
the diamonds couldn't save this one.
Whee!
Okay, new game.
Damn it, Zombo. What is this? Where am I? Is this Portal?
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out.
Oh, I can
Okay,
just
now
actually.
I'm curious. Let's go find out
can
what
do
the
these
hell
things.
this is.
Can we do it? Kobe! Ah. Come on. It's not Kobe anymore, it's for Kobe. Can we do it? Please. Damn it. What else can we do in here? Okay. Guys, I'm playing Portal. Welcome to my Portal playthrough.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
I'm brilliant at critical thinking. Okay, Stuart, screw you.
Genius.
I could feel the sarcasm dripping out of that one.
No, actually,
Stuart.
you know what? I think that's plenty. I really
What?
don't care much to see you stumble through any more.
Yeet! Ooh, what? Huh. Work in progress, okay. Filling cabinets. Guys, I don't know what to do. It's a bit too dark as well. What, falling apparently. Oh, this is freaking me out. Oh, got chills. Okay. Stuart, I just want to take the time to personally apologize for all the pain I've put you through. Please let me have a. Please don't scare me. Why do I feel like this has suddenly become a horror game? Please put on some lights, Stuart. Stuart, I'm afraid of the dark. Stuart, please. Stuart. 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 Oh god, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just walking. Stuart, I'm lost. What am I doing? What are we doing here? Stuart! Oh, I don't know where to go. I got freaking. I don't know what to do. Okay. I guess. Light. See, Stuart, sometimes he does listen. Sometimes I ask for light and he gives me light. And that's what I'm happy about, you know? No, come on, Stuart. What is this? What sick, twisted game is this, Stuart? I can't even see what's going on. If I can't see, then you guys can't see. This is just legitimately that dark. What is going on? Stuart! Stuart, I don't know what to do. Stuart, I'm scared. Stuart. Oh, gosh. Is there an ending to this? Okay, well at least I can't open up the doors because of it. Stuart?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
What?
I can wait.
The end is loading. Is that what you're trying to thingy towards? Okay. The end is never the end is loading. Okay. Well. Oh, well, that was freaking intense. So many more paths to do. But until then, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like Stanley, give it a thumbs up. If you hate Stanley, give it a thumbs up, because, you know, we can see whether you like him or not. Also, if you like me, subscribe. If you like Stanley, if you want to see more of Stanley, put it down in the comments below, and subscribe, and maybe ring the bell, because there's going to be more of this coming out, I just don't know when. But, Stanley, do you want to say anything to the viewers? Stanley? 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 Okay, so he doesn't, but it's fine. I will see all of you Total Badasses in the next or previous video. If you haven't seen the first Stanley Parable video, go for it. Also, if you haven't seen the first Stanley Parable video, there will be a link to it in the description, as well as a little information card thing, because I think I know how to do that now. If you don't see it, it means I don't know how to do it. So, also, put down comments below, put down in the comments below exactly what you want to see, and exactly which paths we're going for and what we're going to do. But until then, I'll see all of you guys in the next video. This is SugarDC3 signing off. I can't, what? Okay, I can't move my mouse to get to, anyway, goodbye.